Another function this book has too is that it's almost as if a mirror to the person too, and what they get out of it says more about them than the book itself.
Right. And that's one of the things. And that's one of the things that total immersion does. The total immersion into the characters allows you, the reader, to become, almost a co-creator. And that's one of the things that my writing has gotten more and more like, is that I'm giving you more and more options. This bullshit about, oh, writing is just writing on a page, it's boring. Fuck that shit. You can't have a video game. You can't go into a holograph or a holodeck like they have on Star Trek and get more immersive than you can in writing, because my little squiggles on a computer screen or on a printed piece of paper is the closest that you're going to get to telepathy, whether we develop telepathy through eugenics or we do it through implants that we can have just mind-to-mind communication. This is the closest that we've had since then, and this book particularly, up until its time, is the supreme expression of that ability to create and to put myself. I'm going into your mind, the reader's mind, and I'm opening up these options that you can look at one way or the other. Why do we get the doubling in Vincetti Brothers? Why do we get the repetitions in a Norwegian in the Family? Why does Bit von Rheingold 17 or 42 or how many times go back and watch Dennis Hopper slip in his own urine and fall down the endless, flights of stairs? Uh, I just had a dream this morning of myself and this kid who I won't mention his real name. I've told you, I think, about the kid who had the father who was the Ku Klux Klan leader of Long Island in the 70s. When I
I
ended
don't
up at
recall that one.
what?
I don't recall that
Okay,
tale.
well, I think I mentioned it in True Life, ending up at a Klan meeting as a child.
Oh
Um,
yes.
but but I had a dream that me and this kid was somehow the mayors of a small part of New York, and we were running this company. And I kept have from about I woke up every 15 or 20 minutes from about 1 in the morning till about 4:30, 5:30 when I woke up this morning for about 3 or 4 hours, and I had the same. I was going into the same room, having the same thing, and I was aware of going into the same room with this kid whose father was the Klan leader, doing the same thing. And I think even just I think even the Sarah Brown actress was in the dream, and I was fucking her in the dream or something, as this Claudia character or something, or I wanted to or something. I don't remember what. But I had the same thing over and over, probably at least 8 to 10, maybe 12 times over 3 or 4 hour period. So that's the way my dreams work. And when I've talked with people about dreams over the years, especially artists, most people that I know and most dream recollections that I've read are that way. So if Bit is having this acid trip, and this acid trip that is not necessary, we don't know if it's just over a several hour period, because we get the forewarnings before and after chapter 54. So it could be that Bit has been, it could be that this acid trip is integral in the foundation of this book, and that Bit is almost as much a co-creator of this as Dan Schneider or Manny Cole.
It's one of those things that isn't just an acid trip. There's two good examples in your poetic corpus, Little Nemo, and the other one, forget the title. It's a dream poem.
Yeah,
Congolian
Congolian
Footfalls. That's
football.
what
Yeah.
it is. And those two are good examples of how one is just a dream poem, and the other one is a dream poem, but with far greater purposes to it. In the same way, although to a far grander extent, this acid trip has many different functions than just being an acid trip. And
Yeah.
it establishes a lot of Bit's character as well as the exterior characters.